Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Sit as Paramashiva.
नित्यने नंदने राजा राजा ज्ञानंदने नित्यने नंदने राजा राजा नित्यानंदने राजने राजने मधुरै राजने 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 सत्यनादने ஆகனே அழகனே தமிழின் அழகனே மைகனே நந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே சொக்கநாதனே வந்தானே தமிழாளவே உலகில் வாழவே திருவிளையாடே அருள் செய்தானே பகுதி தழைக்கவே மகிழ்ச்சி கிடைக்கவே வரம் பொழிந்தானே என் சொக்கனே சுந்தரேஸ்வரனே நித்யனே நந்தனே ராஜ ராஜ நித்யானந்தனே நித்யனே நந்தனே ராஜ ராஜ நித்யானந்தனே வரம் பொழிந்தானே என் சொக்கனே சுந்தரேஸ்வரனே நித்யனே நந்தனே ராஜ ராஜ நித்யானந்தனே நித்யனே நந்தனே ராஜ ராஜ நித்யானந்தனே
Nityanandan, Kailasa welcomes all of you to the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam. This majestic 21-day celebration is the sacred revival of cosmic consciousness, a living reawakening of the divine source from which all ancient kingdoms, cultures, and civilizations arise. Today we celebrate the grandest historical revival of the Kailasa Paramparagata Surya Vamsha Chola Samrajya, the Tanjavur Sarvajñapita. Undertaken in history by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam. Centuries ago, the glorious Surya Vamsha Chola dynasty established Tanjavur as the pinnacle of Sanatana Hindu civilization, where divine spirituality and imperial administration functioned as one integrated reality. Established by the great sage Palaya Jnanadeshikar Swamigal, the sacred Pal Swami Mutt and the Sri Shankara Swami Mutt formed the ancient ruling seat, Sarvajñapita, that predates even the famed Brihadishwara temple. Here, the emperor, Rajaraja Cholan, installed the sacred Shivalinga, forever uniting governance with enlightened divine consciousness. Though the kingdom faced invasions and decline starting from 1311 through centuries of political shift and colonial disruption, the internal spiritual current of the Chola civilization remained vibrantly alive, waiting for its ultimate reawakening. In 2014, recognizing the urgent need to revive this ancient kingdom, Swami Atmanandaji coronated the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam, as a lawful successor, officially handing over both historical ruling seats of the Pal Swami Mat and Shankara Swami Mat. The people of the kingdom celebrated this historic restoration of the Tanjavur Sarvabhutebhyo. Through relentless dedication, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revitalized the entire socio-spiritual ecosystem, restoring daily ancient rituals to the deities, reviving large-scale humanitarian aid through Annadanam, and propagating the sacred science of living enlightenment, once again causing the Chola Samrajya to radiate its true dharmic power across the globe. Today, in Kailasa's Utsava Mandapam, the deities of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism grace in the magnificent Alankar as the Emperor Rajaraja Chola himself. The deities embody supreme energy, strength, and sovereign authority of the Surya Vamsha kingship. This manifestation revives the eternal truth of the Bhagavad Gita in the 3rd chapter in the 21st verse, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Yadyad acharati shreshthas tattad evetaro janaha. Whatever a great leader does, so do all the people follow. Let us now enter into puja, where we mirror our neurological activity with the higher vertical time zones. Today we gain access, offer our deepest gratitude and worship to the inheritor and reviver of the Kailasa Paramparagata, Surya Vamsha Chola Samrajya, the Tanjavur Sarvabhutebhyo, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam, and his deities in Kailasa's temples around the world.
ॐ सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभम् वराभयकराम्बुजं विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरम् प्रसन्नवदने क्षणं सकलदेवतारूपिणम् स्मरेत् शिरसि हंसकं तदभिधानपूर्वं कुर्वन् अथ धूपः ॐ धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वदयोस्मान् धूर्वदितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि संस्थितमं वप्रतमं ज्येष्ठतमं मन्यतमं देवहूतममृतमसि हविर्दानं त्रिगुंहस्वमाह्वाः मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्ष्येर्मा संविक्ता मात्वाहिगं शिशुं श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः धूपमाग्रापयामि अथ दीपः ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदो भग्निं निर्वृतिं मम पशुभृत्यमग्यमापः जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानोहिकं श्रीर्जातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिद्रदग्नागहि श्रिया मा परिपातया श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीन सन्तोषति मधुरक्तमुदोषति मधुमत्पाति मधुम्रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुभागं अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि नीराजनम् ॐ शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगभट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
Nithyanandam. We welcome all the viewers who are here with us for the special darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam. As we are all enjoying the darshan, let us take a few moments to share this auspicious darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam, to the whole world through the digital platforms. KAILASA's digital nation is the world's largest digital nation, has enriched more than 1 billion lives around the entire world. Since 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has built the KAILASA's digital nation, which has over 11.5 thousand digital media assets in over 108 languages and 150 regions around the entire world. Today, let us start with sharing on the YouTube platform. All of you can head over to the YouTube channel, and search for KAILASA's SPH Nithyananda, the YouTube channel. Once you have entered the YouTube channel, you can make sure to subscribe if you have not already subscribed and click on the bell icon to stay notified to all the upcoming events and programs of KAILASA. Once you have subscribed, let us enter into the YouTube video, the current live that is going on. Click on the live. In the live section, you can go to the comments, post your prayer requests and powerful cognitions and understandings in the comment section of the YouTube. You can post your prayer requests in the YouTube comment section to receive the direct blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam. Make sure to like and also share the live video with all your friends and family right now. The next platform is Instagram. All of us can head over to the Instagram platform and search for KAILASA's SPH Nithyananda, the Instagram handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In the Instagram, you can head over to the live section. Make sure to follow the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on Instagram, and you can head over to the live section by clicking on the profile picture of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Enter into the live section. Make sure to share the live with all your friends and family via Instagram and post your prayer requests on the Instagram live chat section. You can post your prayer requests and your understandings and powerful cognitions in the comment section in Instagram live. The next platform is X, formerly Twitter. All of us can head over to X now. X. Search for KAILASA's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivamam, the Twitter handle, the X handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can also search for Sri Nithyananda. Once you have entered into the platform, make sure to follow the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism if you are not already following. And let us go to the topmost pinned post on the X platform, which is the live that is currently going on. Make sure to like it, comment your powerful cognitions and your prayer requests that you want to request directly to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can also use the hashtag #AskTheAvatar while you are posting your prayer requests in the X, and also make sure to share the X live with all your friends and family to experience the live darshan. The next platform you're going to be looking at is the Facebook. All of us can now open Facebook, search for KAILASA's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivamam, the Facebook page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And once you're in the Facebook page, make sure to like and follow the page. And the first post that you see on the top will be the live that is currently going on. All of us can enter into the live video. Make sure to like and comment on the video. You can post your prayer requests and your blessings requests that you want to receive directly from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And make sure to share the live video with all your friends and family for them to join and enjoy and experience today's darshan. Now, let us move into the next segment of today's darshan, where we are going to be having a short introduction to today's voting topic, the KAILASA's parliamentary voting.
More than 117 million people worldwide remain forcibly displaced by war, persecution, violence, and human rights violations. Refugees are separated from their homes, families and livelihoods, often without reliable access to education, healthcare, professional training or employment. The SPH Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam is responding through Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, Refuge for All, KAILASA's initiative, offering sanctuary, dignity, spiritual support and compassionate rehabilitation to persecuted Hindus, refugees and others seeking safety and a life free from fear. KAILASA's approach goes beyond providing temporary shelter. Refugees can receive spiritual education, yoga, meditation and completion to rebuild inner strength and emotional stability. They can also receive professional skills training, vocational education, career guidance and employment opportunities, enabling them to earn a livelihood, support their families and become self-reliant members of society. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo offers refugees not only protection, but also education, employment, empowerment, dignity, and the opportunity to begin their lives again with confidence and hope.
Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo.
At the end of 2025, 117.8 million people remained forcibly displaced worldwide, including refugees, asylum seekers, and internally displaced persons. Conflict, persecution, violence, and human rights violations separate families and deprive millions of safety, education, healthcare, dignity, professional opportunities, hope, and security. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam, responds through Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, the refuge for all. KAILASA's initiative offering sanctuary, dignity, spiritual support, education, professional training, employment pathways, and compassionate rehabilitation for persecuted Hindus, refugees, and others seeking safety, freedom, health, healing, belonging, self-reliance, and fearlessness. The voting topic for all the Chit Sabha members of Parliament is: which foundational education policy should KAILASA adapt for the rehabilitation and empowerment of refugees? The first question for all the Chit Sabha members of Parliament, the first option is: prioritize spiritual education and inner well-being for every refugee. Option 2, integrate yoga, meditation, and completion into rehabilitation education. Option 3, protect refugees' freedom to preserve their religious and cultural traditions. Option 4, provide values-based education, promoting confidence, responsibility, and self-reliance. Now, all the Chit Sabha members of Parliament can head over to kailasa.org/Hindu-votes to cast your votes for today's question. The next is for all the Rajya Sabha members of Parliament. Which immediate outreach action should KAILASA prioritize to connect refugees with asylum with Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo? The option 1 is: reach refugee communities and support groups through targeted social media outreach. Option 2, approach countries facing difficulty accommodating large refugee populations. Option 3, appoint regional coordinators to identify refugees and guide eligible applicants. Option 4 is: launch multilingual digital campaigns explaining KAILASA's refugee application process. Now, all the Rajya Sabha members of Parliament can head over to kailasa.org/Hindu-votes to cast your votes for the most appropriate option that you feel. Now, let us all continue to experience the divine darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam. Thank you, Nityananda.
ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Guru Murti, Dakshinamurti, and Bhagavan Sri Nityananda ParamashivamI bless you all with Paramadvaita. All the Paramashiva Sena program participants from KAILASA Tiruvannamalai, KAILASA Guinea-Bissau, all the KAILASA's parliament members, Chit Sabha members, Rajya Sabha members, Kailasavasis and all the e-citizens, viewers, visitors who are joining with us through the internet and internet. I welcome each and every one of you with my love and blessings. Today, I initiate all the PSS participants into Guru Diksha to experience the reality of Paramashiva as the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Murti. I bless you all to break free from the time loop. Paramashiva's direct message from Maha Kailasa, not only for this Guru Purnima day, for this whole Chaturmasya, from July 29, 2026 to 21st October 2026, the whole Chaturmasya. Paramashiva's message directly from Maha Kailasa for this Guru Purnima and this whole Chaturmasya. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. I declare refuge, absolute protection to all beings. I declare refuge and absolute protection to all beings. This is my Guru Purnima blessings to the whole humanity. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. And this is the message, not just for this Guru Purnima, for the whole Chaturmasya. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. I am here, Paramashiva is here to wake you up to a truth that most of you have never been allowed to see clearly. I am here, Paramashiva is here to wake you up to a truth that most of you have never been allowed to see clearly. You are being persecuted right now, today, in your own home, in your own mind, in your own body. This is not distant, abstract idea happening to someone else in some other country. It is happening to you, to every living soul listening to me at every single level of your existence simultaneously. Listen. The reason modern world order, modern society, modern lifestyle is failing, collapsing, just getting disintegrated. Why governments collapse? Why families fracture? Why the young generation is more anxious, most medicated, and more purposeless than any generation before it? It is because humanity is going through a coordinated 6 levels of persecution. Cognition level, emotional level, social level, moral level, spiritual level, environmental level. Listen. Humanity is going through 6 levels of coordinated persecution due to unconscious beings who do not know what they are really doing and what they are up to and where they are heading. Listen, I am not here today to describe your sufferings to you. I am here to walk every single one of you out of it. I am repeating, I am not here to describe your sufferings to you. I am here to walk every single one of you out of it. Level by level, with the truths, working solution for each one. With the grace of Paramashiva, the original, eternal, absolute consciousness, that's the source of all existence. He himself has manifested in his being and has already built the solution, manifested the solution, and it is KAILASA. For those of you who can already see through this system, but simply cannot cut through it alone, don't worry. I have cut through it and made a way for you to come out. Listen carefully. You are not yet completely destroyed. You are not yet completely broken. You are simply persecuted, and you have the solution to be free from all persecution. KAILASA is open for you. KAILASA is the solution. Listen very carefully. Modern life is the most convincing illusion ever constructed by human beings. It's the biggest scam in the history of civilization, and it is slowly, methodically hollowing every one of you out from within. Understand? Nothing about this modern system is actually broken. It is functioning exactly as it was designed to function. And that is precisely the problem. The design was never meant to serve your well-being or to make you enlightened or to make you experience the ultimate, the ultimate liberation, or you are flowering into oneness, or you are flowering as a complete human being. It was engineered only to serve your endless, obedient, debt-financed consumption. It was designed, engineered to make you a slave. Let me describe as the standard starter kit of the modern householder of the Kali Yuga. A smart ring quietly logging every heartbeat. A phone loaded with an AI assistant ready to answer any question you throw at it. Wireless earphones streaming motivational podcasts you will never actually apply. And a plate of packaged lifeless food washed down with something that promises energy but only borrows it from tomorrow. Factory-made samosas, 2-minute filter coffee, and a borrowed dopamine hit to keep the engine firing. Look at the actual global outcomes of this system. Not any one country, the whole planet. According to the World Health Organization, non-communicable diseases, heart diseases, diabetes, cancer, chronic lung disease now account for nearly 74% of all deaths worldwide, killing over 40 million human beings every single year. Global healthcare spending has now crossed $9 trillion a year, close to 10% of entire world's GDP. And yet, the World Health Organization itself confirms that lifestyle diseases are accelerating, not retreating, which means the more money humanity throws at this system, the sicker humanity becomes. They sold you the disease, then sold you the cure, then sold you the insurance for the cure, and called the whole arrangement healthcare. The International Diabetes Federation reports that over 537 million adults worldwide are currently living with diabetes, a number projected to cross 783 million by 2045, and this is happening on every continent, in every economy, rich or poor. But they continue to produce energy drinks with high sugar and continue to make the energy drinks with high sugar available more commonly, more easily, with a less cost than the drinking water. In most of the countries, clean drinking water costs more than the high sugary energy drinks. How? This is not bad luck. This is not genetics. This is a system that profits more from your sickness than it ever could from your wellness. With every tool, every tracker, every subscription, every self-help framework available to you, you have become a mere outline of the radiant Paramashiva you were born to express. A faded photocopy of being you actually are. You have become a faded photocopy of the being you actually are. Here is the truth. Nobody in the wellness industry, in the education industry, or in the healthcare industry will ever tell you plainly. You will not fix any of this by downloading one more app or finishing one more self-help book. You will only heal by changing the very source code of your inner software. The software that has been deliberately corrupted by a system engineered to fail you while making you believe the failure is entirely your own. When you are thirsty, look around. High sugary soda is easily available with less cost than the drinking water, the clean drinking water. Even if you get drinking water, you get in the bottled water, bottled form, which carries so much of neuroplastics, changes your whole body and impacts your mind so bad. I tell you, modern life is a disease. Modern life is a scam. And today, level by level, statistics by statistics, I will dismantle the modern system to you. Listen, a small story. A wealthy, greedy man dies suddenly and opens his eyes in completely different realm. A realm filled with astonishing luxury and effortless comfort beyond anything he had known in his earthly life. Chitragupta, the celestial keeper of the karmic records, appears before him and tells him that Chitragupta will be the guide in this new realm. The man is overjoyed because Chitragupta explains that in this realm, every single wish appears the instant it is thought. No effort required, no waiting, no want left unmet, no friction, no struggle, no growth. The man immediately concludes that this must be heaven. And for weeks he indulges completely in this endless, effortless pleasure. But slowly he grows restless, then bored, then unbearably lonely, until one day he cries out to Chitragupta, I cannot bear this heaven any longer. Better let me go to hell itself. Please take me to hell. Chitragupta smiles and says, what made you think you were anywhere else? This has been hell all along. Listen, this line is the chilling truth. Listen. This line is the chilling truth. Because we are living that line right now. In a world, every comfort is available at a tap of screen. Yet, loneliness and boredom is at an all-time high. If you come from a typical Indian family, you have heard your parents say, back in my days, we walked 10 miles to reach the village school, drank straight from the well, and entertainment meant watching traveling drama troupes and gathering around to the national channel on the television. But here is what almost no one tells you. Unearned, effortless life is worse than hell, worse than hard life. No walking at all, bodies swelling with lifestyle diseases, water sipped from bottles quietly, leaching microplastics that disrupt your hormones, and 1,000 channels engineered to hijack your attention with war footage, a stranger's gym transformation, a newborn's first cry, and an ex-lover's new relationship, all inside a single 10-second scroll. This is the modern world where you hunt endlessly for data but starve quietly for wisdom. Collecting information the way our ancestors once collected blessings without truly ever absorbing any of it. The entire arrangement is flipped upside down, as if the whole world has slipped into Maya. The cosmic illusion the Upanishads warn us about. The veil that makes the unreal appear real. And every single one of us is wandering through it half asleep, convinced we are wide awake. Listen. Listen to these 6 levels of persecution. Understand. The first level of persecution is the cognition level, meaning the very structure of how you think, what you believe is true, and how you interpret reality itself. The modern education system was never designed to produce thinkers. It was designed to produce clerks, obedient, confused, permanently dependent on the system that trained them. Listen, listen. According to UNESCO, over 770 million adults worldwide remain functionally illiterate even today. While the global education industry is valued at more than $6 trillion, which tells you the system is enormously profitable precisely because it produces mass cognitive helplessness. Listen, here is the most unfortunate fact about modern schooling. A person can go through 12, 16, even 20 years of formal education and come out the other end completely helpless in the face of actual life. Here is the most unfortunate fact about modern schooling. A person can go through 12, 16, even 20 years of formal education and come out the other end completely helpless in the face of actual life. He cannot grow his own food. He cannot fix his own car. He cannot even fix a simple things in his house. He cannot understand his own body. He cannot build, not only he cannot build a shelter, he cannot even repair, do some rectifications in his shelter, and he has been educated into a total, laughable redundancy of his own existence. And here is the cruelest part of this scam. This education handed over to a person, this educated man is handed a large ego along with his degree, and he is taught to believe that anything involving physical work with his own hands is somehow low level and beneath him. This idea of white collar and blue collar is inserted into him. An engineer studies for 4 years, sits through countless examinations, claims to have a white collar job, and still cannot make a single gear wheel with his own hands. While a small town foundry worker who learned his craft directly from his parents in Gurukula tradition, from the Varnashrama Sampradaya tradition, can design and forge a real working tool with nothing but his hands and his inherited knowledge. Still today, the most celebrities on this planet, Harvard included, cannot fully explain or cannot even grasp how the Kumbh Mela, the Kumbh city, the world's largest human gathering, 100 million people, the Kumbh city for 100 million people manages to raise fully functioning city for hundreds of millions of people with complete sanitation, kitchens, hospitals in just 3 weeks. And after the Kumbh Mela, dismantle it completely in 3 weeks with almost zero chaos. This is the living Hindu Gurukul Varnashrama Sampradaya knowledge in action. Knowledge that was never written into Harvard textbook because it lives in the body, in the tradition, and the dharmic consciousness of the people the modern world dismisses as uneducated. Till now, no modern universities, the greatest universities, teach carpentry, woodworking, cannot understand how the Puri Jagannath's chariot is built without any modern tools even now, with no measuring equipments even now. No trekker education colleges can understand or teach how the Sherpas in Everest walk carrying that large luggage, help those educated individuals to do the trekking. Those who get the name, fame as if they conquered the Everest, and those who are going to get the reward certificate sponsors, they are being supported silently by the Sherpas who don't have any education. I can go on be giving you 10,000 examples. The government Stapati colleges, government Stapati college graduates cannot carve a single Ganesha practically. Only those who learnt hereditary from the parents. By the age of 5, the kids not only start carving, by the age of 10, they build temples. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report estimates that nearly 50% of all employees globally will need significant reskilling within a few years due to automation, proving that the modern school system is training children for job profiles that are already becoming obsolete by the time they graduate. Alongside this broken schooling system sits an equally dangerous media machinery, an information system deliberately designed to keep you in darkness, refusing to let you see truths and facts as they actually are, putting you in endless distractions other than the simple, straight truths of life. Your Instagram trends, your algorithm curated feed, and your daily recommended for you list are quietly deciding what you believe is true about the world. And you are walking around thinking those conclusions are entirely your own. A small story. Uncle John, visiting a mental hospital, stood chatting at a great length to one man in particular. He asked all sorts of questions about how he was treated and how long he had been there and what hobbies he was interested in. As John left him and walked on with the attendant, he noticed that the attendant was grinning broadly. John asked what was amusing, and the attendant that he had been. John asked what was amusing, and the attendant he had been talking to the medical superintendent. The attendant said he had been talking to the medical superintendent all along. Embarrassed, John rushed back to make apologies. I am sorry, doctor. He said, I will never go by the appearances again. Don't think what seemingly appears factually is actual. No, all your opinions are curated by your algorithms, not by you. Listen, don't think what seemingly appears factual is factual. What seemingly appears factual is actual. No, all your opinions are curated by your algorithms, not by you. Kailasa's answer to cognition level persecution is the complete revival of the Gurukul, the ancient Sanatana Hindu educational system where the student lives directly with the Guru and learns not mere information but the full science of living, functional knowledge. In Kailasa's Gurukuls, a child learns body literacy, emotional literacy, spiritual literacy alongside yoga, Ayurveda, and ancient Hindu sciences of life and health, agriculture, craft, art, and the awakening of the third eye and power manifestation, so that the child grows into a complete sovereign human being, not a partial human software. I have revived the Gurukul not just for Hindus, but as the solution for the whole of humanity. All those persecuted in cognition level, because the goal of real education is to produce enlightened being, not an employee. Even if you think you are an adult, Kailasa's Gurukul is for you, not just for kids. Any race, creed, caste, gender, age you are from. Kailasa's Gurukul is for you, because Gurukul produces enlightened beings, not just an employee. Gurukul produces the leaders, enlightened leaders, not the slaves or clerks. The second level of persecution is emotional level, and this one is the most intimate and most visible, because when your emotions are controlled, your entire life is controlled. Your moods, your fears, your excitements, your boredom are being engineered every single day by algorithm driven feeds that are scientifically designed to pull you towards fear, anger, or apathy, because a person trapped in fear, anger, or apathy is a person who keeps scrolling. Your decisions about relationships, career, money, and even spirituality are being driven by likes and the trends that are not even your own opinions. They are carefully curated reactions engineered to maximize the hours you spend not actually living your own life. Your phone knows you more about what you feel than you do, and it is not using the knowledge to heal you, but it is using to sell you. You no longer build deep friendships. You add strangers to a follower account and mistake that number for real human connection. And then you wonder why you feel profoundly alone while being technically connected to thousands of people. You type endlessly, and yet you have forgotten how to sit with another human being and simply talk without performing, without broadcasting, without documenting. According to a 2023 advisory from the United States Surgeon General, chronic loneliness now carries a health risk comparable to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. And yet, the very platform engineering this loneliness are the same ones selling you wellness subscriptions to manage the symptoms they created. All country laws focus on breaking the families, because a lonely person is a client for them. Like how if one elephant falls, it will be food for hundreds of owls and hyenas. If one elephant falls, it will be food for hundreds of wolves and hyenas. So if one family collapses, they get so many lonely people to prey on. A lonely person is the perfect prey for them, but they see a lonely person is a perfect prey for them. They buy things to fill the void. They consume content to numb the silence. and they subscribe endlessly to simulate the connection that was stolen from them. What every algorithm on every platform is doing to your attention right now, Amrita Bindu Upanishad diagnosed with surgical precision thousands of years ago. It is not complicated. It is simply this, as described in the second verse. Manayeva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho bandhaya vishayasangam mukyai nirvishayam smrutam. The mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation for human beings. Attachment to sense objects leads to bondage, and freedom from that attachment leads to liberation. It is like you lose your hair because you are constant worry about losing your hair. You lose sleep because of your constant worry about losing your sleep. You get stressed because you are constant worry about getting stressed. This is emotional ethnocide in real time. This is not the destruction of a culture, but the slow murder of your natural emotional intelligence, replaced by a manufactured algorithm approved emotional diet. Now, it has gone one step further. At least with your phones, they only collect the information about your actions, your likes and dislikes. They only have knowledge about what you do with your phone. But reason that smart glasses, you don't even need to switch it on. They record your whole behavior from morning till night. They get the context, not just the action. And they are not going to use it to enlighten you. They are going to use it to sell you and make you more slave. Listen. The smart glasses are going to the next level. KAILASA's answer to emotional level persecution is the restoration of the bhakti-centric ecosystem. The sacred enlightenment ecosystem where your emotions flowers into ultimate emotional intelligence. Bhakti-centric ecosystem takes you from loneliness to all oneness. It makes you flower your emotions to the ultimate. The ultimate emotional intelligence. In KAILASA, your life belongs to you again, not to an algorithm, not to a platform, but to you and to your own ultimate flowering. The third level of persecution is the social level. And here, the violence becomes visible, leaving its marks on land, on the very names by which communities know themselves. Ethnocide means the deliberate destruction of people's culture, ethnicity, and identity without necessarily destroying their bodies. And genocide means the physical destruction of people themselves. And both of these are not confined to history books. They are happening right now. When you erase an ethnicity, you do not just remove a culture, you erase an entire universe of understanding about nature, medicine, cosmos, and the sacred that existed only inside that language and nowhere else. According to the United Nations Refugee Agency figures, well over 120 million people are currently forcibly displaced worldwide, the highest number ever recorded in the human history, torn from their homes by wars, manufactured for the profit of those who sell the weapons, for the vested interests and agendas of those in power and those who are in the mode of power mongering. For the sake of power, their ego glorification, for the sake of their ego bloating, they go to any extent. Here is a truth that almost no one names plainly. In many wealthy nations, tens of millions of homes sit vacant, locked up as financial assets on a balance sheet, the foreclosed homes, while thousands of human beings sleep on the street without a roof over their heads. Meaning, there are more than 20 empty homes for every single homeless person on any given night. This is not housing shortage, this is housing hoarding. The World Bank reports that nearly 700 million people still live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $2.15 a day. In a world whose combined real estate value alone is estimated at over $300 trillion, sitting largely as investment assets. Poverty is not accident. Poverty is not an accident. I am choosing my words with full precision. Poverty is engineered. The poor are kept poor by policy, by structure, by a deliberate design, where wealth flows upward with mathematical certainty, while the language of the hard work makes the poor feel personally responsible for a structural trap. Structural trap, that's the right word. Poverty is not a failure of the poor, it is the feature of the system, engineered with mathematical precision. and maintained with a political will. With political will. You are made to spend your youth selling your health to gain wealth. Then spend your wealth to regain your health back. And the funny thing is, the heavy brainwashing mechanisms call all of this as progress. A small story. Once Peter Pepper goes to the doctor to solve his stress issues. The doctor said, Peter, I can't find anything organically wrong with you. As you know, many illnesses come from worry. You probably have some business or a social problems that you should talk over with a good psychiatrist. A case very similar to yours came to me only a few weeks ago. The man had a $50,000 note due and could not pay it. Because of his money problem, he had worried himself into a state of nervous exhaustion. The Peter Pepper asked, Did you cure him? The doctor said, Yes. I just told him to stop worrying, that life was too short to make himself sick over a scrap of paper. Now he is back to normal. He has stopped worrying entirely. Peter said, Yes, I know. Sadly, I am the one he owes that $50,000 to. This is exactly how you are chasing life today. Running frantically to solve one problem only to discover you have quietly created another one. And the system is engineered precisely so that this chase never ever ends. You are never allowed to celebrate being a human. Only you are brainwashed to celebrate your degrees, your economic portfolio, your bank balance, the car you drive, the house you own. You are never allowed to celebrate being a human on this planet. People are trained from childhood to buy things they do not need, using loans they cannot easily repay, and credit cards that quietly sell away their future. By the time you finish paying off your mortgage on the home, you think you own your home, your body is ready for the graveyard. Straight from mortgage owned home to grave, that is the modern life arc for the majority of the humanity. Listen. The entire concept of ownership in this system is the most brilliant blind spot ever constructed. You can see intellectually that something is deeply wrong with it, but you cannot cut through it alone. because the system surrounds you completely on every side. Not just on 8 directions, on all 10 directions. Those of you who can see through this but cannot cut through it. Those of you who cannot see through this, listen. Those of you who can see through this but cannot cut through it, the solution for you is KAILASA. I have already cut through it and made a solution not just for me, but for anyone who can see through but can't cut through, and who wants to cut through, who wants the solution. Through the Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo initiative, I am opening the doors of KAILASA, a living network of safe zones on this planet where persecution stops and protection begins. Where persecution stops and protection begins. By offering refuge, I am extending the very enlightenment ecosystem of KAILASA, where each being treat themselves and others as Paramashivam. KAILASA is built as the living, functioning, powerful, ultimate alternative. A civilizational nation where community replaces isolation, where you are supported to flower, manifest, and radiate your highest ultimate, and where our monasteries and spiritual embassies offer shelter, food, community, and refuge to persecuted communities, indigenous peoples, and displaced populations from every part of the world. Listen. The fourth level of persecution is the moral level, and this is perhaps the most insidious, because when your moral compass is destroyed, you lose even the ability to recognize that you are being persecuted. Modern life has normalized might is right as the de facto law of the land, not just in geopolitics, but even in global business, in global media, in courts, and even inside families. And the most dangerous part is how thoroughly this has been accepted as simply how the world works. Anyone who sincerely tries to live the moral life aligned to the universal law of existence, Dharma, inside this system is dismantled to pieces, called naive, called impractical, marginalized, and crushed by the very machinery that claims to uphold values while rewarding those who have none. And if you try to live, continue to live as per the universal law, Dharma, you just became a loser. You just became a loser. Look at the food system. One of the most morally unjust arrangements ever built by human beings. Reports from the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization show that roughly 1/3 of all food produced globally, more than 1 billion tons every single year, is lost or wasted, while more than 700 million people go to bed hungry every single night. Tons of good grain are dumped into the ocean to keep market prices stable on one side, while on the other side, millions of children suffer stunted growth with dimmed futures. This is not an accident. This is moral level persecution, wearing the mask of market efficiency. The fashion industry produces tens of millions of tons of textile waste every single year, and multiple investigative reports describe the equivalent of a truckload of clothing being landfilled or incinerated every single second somewhere on this planet, simply because it is cheaper to destroy unsold inventory than to give it to human beings who have nothing adequate to wear or to protect themselves from cold and the weather conditions. The global fashion industry alone produces an estimated 92 million tons of textile waste every year, with reports suggesting the equivalent of full garbage truck of clothing being landfilled or burned every single second somewhere on earth. Millions shiver without proper clothing, while mountains of brand new, never worn garments are buried, burned, or dumped into the oceans. And this ugly truth is filed neatly under the polite corporate term inventory management. The wars currently raging across this planet are not being fought for the values their leaders claim to defend. They are being fought for the profit of weapons manufacturers and the control of resources wrapped in the language of freedom and security. We spend 50 times more on weapons than it would cost to end the world hunger, and then we light candles for peace. The collective moral consciousness of the humanity has been so scared by the daily normalization of this violence. The collective moral consciousness of the humanity has been so scared by the normalization of this violence, scrolling past our eyes between food reels and dance videos, that we have lost the very capacity for genuine moral outrage, and that loss of outrage itself is the deepest form of moral persecution. Kailasa's answer to moral level persecution is the restoration of Dharma and revival of responsible democracy. The cosmic principle of right action and right relationship that forms the very foundation of Sanatana Hindu Dharma as the actual operating system of daily life, not a philosophy kept on a shelf. In Kailasa, Dharma is not a sermon, it is the constitution. It is the measure of every decision, is the protection it extends to the most vulnerable, not the profit it generates for the powerful. The fifth level of persecution is the spiritual. And I want to be very precise here. This is not about religion as an institution. This is about your fundamental, inalienable right to know who you actually are. Listen, they took away your gods, mocked your rituals, colonized your temples, and then sold you mindfulness back to you as a paid subscription. Same ancient technology, new owner, new invoice. Pew Research Center's Global Religious Landscape Study finds over 1 billion people now identify as religiously unaffiliated. Not because they found liberation, but because institutional religion failed them while no authentic spiritual technology was offered in its place. Your right to practice, your right to pray, your right to manifest powers that are your birthright, your right to unclutch, your right to get enlightened, your right to be in oneness, your birthright as a being made of the same consciousness as Paramashiva, your right to radiate and live as a true divine self, all of this is being systematically stripped away by a world order that needs you to remain a consumer, not a conscious being. Across the world, temples are demolished, sacred lands are grabbed in the name of development. Monks and nuns are harassed, and the sacred symbols are mocked in mainstream media, while other religious institutions are left comparatively untouched. When you are told again and again that your gods are mythology, your rituals are superstition, and your spiritual powers are fraud, slowly you begin doubting the reality of your own peak experiences and your own spiritual intuition. Understand this clearly. Spiritual persecution is not only about banning prayer outright, it is about making you embarrassed to pray at all, making you feel embarrassed to seek at all. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Sanatana Hindu Dharma declares boldly, Paramashivo Aham Brahmas. I am the ultimate cosmic superconsciousness itself. This is your true identity. Not a sinner, not a slave, not mere consumer. Kailasa's answer to the spiritual level persecution is the complete revival of the Veda agamic, universal law-centered lifestyle, Dharma-centered lifestyle. The agamas being the ancient revealed scriptures of Paramashiva that contain the complete science of living enlightenment in all levels. Temple worship, spiritual initiation, technology of consciousness, whatnot. In Kailasa, every human being, regardless of birth or background, is offered the ultimate experience, ultimate knowledge, the ultimate spiritual experience as a living, functional reality. In Kailasa, your spiritual sovereignty is not a privilege granted by any government. It is your birthright, and it is protected absolutely by the First Amendment of Kailasa's Constitution. Kailasa's Constitution's First Amendment protects your spiritual sovereignty. The sixth and the final level of persecution is an environmental persecution. Environmental level persecution. And this is the most existential of all. Because when the earth that sustains your body is destroyed, every other conversation becomes meaningless. The very earth you call home is being systematically destroyed, not by accident, but by the same engineered logic of profit over life that governs every other level of persecution I have described today. According to reports from the Food and Agriculture Organization, an area of forest larger than entire country of Portugal disappears from this planet every single year, and researchers estimate roughly 8 million tons of plastic enter our oceans annually. When Kailasa tries to protect all the forests of the indigenous people by paying them their livelihood, paying money to them for their livelihood and taking care of them, we are being attacked and abused by the corporates who are destroying forests, who are deforesting us. We are land trafficking. I am shocked. I can't understand the word land trafficking. They coined a new word, land trafficking. How the land can be trafficked? When we protect the spiritual ecosystems, Madurai Adinam, Sargapuram Adinam, temples, Vedaranyam Adinam, Tanjavur Adinam, Tiruvarur Adinam, we are being attacked, abused, blamed by the land grabbers. Those who grab the lands of the temples and mutts and destroy the spiritual ecosystem and use it for their profit and vested interests are attacking, abusing us, saying that we are behind the mutts and ashrams and adinams for land. Hey, see the whole game. Your inherent connection with Prakriti, meaning the living, conscious, natural world, as understood in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, has been so completely severed that most people in modern cities have never grown a single plant, never slept under an open sky, and never drunk water drawn directly from the natural sources in the earth, from the earth. A human being connected to Prakriti does not need to be sold artificial substitutes for what the earth gives freely. And that is precisely why this connection had to be destroyed for the modern economy to succeed. The UN Environment Program estimates that the equivalent of one garbage truck of plastic enters the world's oceans every single minute. And at current rates, the ocean could contain more plastic than fish by weight by the year 2050. The same fashion industry destroying human dignity through waste is simultaneously destroying the planet. Hundreds of thousands of tons of new, unused clothing made from synthetic fabric that will not decompose for 500 years are dumped into landfills and deserts across the global south every single year, poisoning soil and water for generations. On one side, millions of metric tons of clothing are dumped, unused, or worn only once, while on the other side, millions of human beings shiver without anything adequate to wear. This is environmental insanity engineered by pure greed. I should say impure greed. The old hill communities of the Himalaya, once celebrated for lives built on millets, wild greens, and glacier-fed water, saw the very same lifestyle diseases that plague the cities spread through their villages the moment fried snacks and sugary colas arrived in their local markets. Proof that this destruction spreads like a deliberate infection, not even slow, wild, deliberate infection. KAILASA's answer to environmental level persecution is the restoration of the living relationship between human and Prakriti. The lifestyle that is in tune with the universal law of life, Dharma, through organic farming, forest restoration, Goshala-based sacred economy, and a Gurukul education where every child learns to grow food, read the sky, live in the conscious reciprocity with the nature where the children are not reduced to study one subject and to work in one department. No. One subject and one department is the sickness. That is the worst brainwashing. Your brain's capacity is reduced. Your ability to live is destroyed. In Kailasa, Prakriti is not a backdrop to human life. Prakriti is a living goddess and the sacred foundation of it. Gurukul education, where every child learns to grow food, read the sky, and live in conscious reciprocity with nature. In Kailasa, Prakriti is not just a backdrop to human life. She is a living goddess and the sacred foundation of it. Listen. I'll give you the essence of what I am revealing today. Point 1. The persecution is happening to you simultaneously at 6 levels for every human being. Literally every human being is being persecuted at 6 levels simultaneously. And Kailasa is the complete living functioning solution for every single one of them. For cognition level persecution, where schools manufacture clerks, Kailasa has revived the Gurukul, restoring a complete education for body, mind, and spirit, consciousness. For emotional level persecution, where algorithms harvest your feelings, Kailasa has restored the bhakti-centric ecosystem, bhakti-centric life with which makes your emotions the ultimate emotional intelligence awakened. Bhakti-centric life which makes your emotions the ultimate emotional intelligence awakened. Your emotions flower into ultimate emotional intelligence that makes you manifest ultimate. Unlike the society which uses your emotions and makes you lonely, Kailasa Bhakti ecosystem makes you experience from loneliness to all oneness. It makes you experience all oneness, from loneliness to all oneness. For social level persecution, where ethnocide deletes the very roots of the people, genocide deletes the body itself, Kailasa stands as civilizational refuge, offering shelter, community, and protection. Loving, caring, supporting, conscious community and protection. For moral level persecution, where might is right is made normal and people are made to even forget there was a time where the right was made might. Kailasa operates entirely on Dharma. The right is the might. Dharma is the ruler. Dharma Dvaja is upheld as its true constitution for spiritual level persecution, where you are right to worship and right to be enlightened and right to manifest your powers is stripped away. Kailasa has revived the way the agamic tradition and protects your spiritual sovereignty, right to be enlightened, right to manifest your powers, right to be Paramashiva, right to be in oneness, right to be the ultimate absolute. Your spiritual sovereignty is protected absolutely and nourished. Your right to manifest the ultimate as human being is neither told to you nor given to you by the modern humanity. Now the Kailasa gives not just knowledge, but also the ecosystem for you to experience the ultimate knowledge, the ultimate spiritual experience as a functioning lifestyle, functioning reality. For environmental level persecution, where Prakriti herself is being destroyed, Kailasa as the lifestyle in tune with the universal law of life. Dharma, not as a slogan, but as a lifestyle. Modern life is a disease. Kailasa is the cure. Modern life is a scam. Kailasa is the solution. I say this again. Those of you who can see through this system but cannot cut through it alone, you are not broken. Don't worry. I have cut through it and made a way for you to come out. The doors of Kailasa is open for you. You do not have to struggle alone anymore. You do not have to struggle at all anymore. With the grace of Paramashiva, Paramashiva himself has manifested in this very being as this being, made the solution real and function. And that solution is Kailasa. I make this vow before all of you today as the ultimate living manifestation of Paramashiva. Kailasa will stand as the refuge of every persecuted being forever. Come as you are, broken, doubting, or exhausted, and receive what I declare to you now. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Come and join Kailasa. Become part of Kailasa, enlightening yourself and enriching the world with enlightenment. Living and radiating Paramatma. Blessings to every one of you. Blessings. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराज गुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय